And another evacuation centers that will be turned over to Barangay Bulatok, Pagadian City, turned over to Honorable Samuel Esco, of the Mayor of Pagadian City.
And the last but not least, the same project is being turned over to Barangay Taway, Ipil, Zamboanga, Sibugay, to be accepted by Honorable Anamel C. Oligario, the Honorable Mayor of Ipil, Zamboanga, Sibugay.
We would like to request our guests and participants who are at our dining area to please proceed now to our main function hall as we await the arrival of the President. Once again, we would like to request our guests and participants in the dining area to please proceed now here at our main function hall. All right, I guess the Provincial Governor of Zamboanga del Sur is here. Wala? Okay na, wala na.
Once again, thank you very much, DPWH Region 9, headed by Regional Director Kayamon Dia. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me now call in Director Maria Teresa M. Camba of the Department of Information and Communications Technology, Region 9, for the turnover of the DICT projects.
To our honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, buenas tardes a todos. Good afternoon to everyone. On behalf of the Department of Information and Communications Technology, a very young department created in 2016, I have the honor to turn over 3 projects to local government units in Region 9. These are the following: the business permits and licensing system to 31 local government units, bringing to a total of 55 local government units now using the integrated business permits and licensing system of the DICT. 260 Tech for Ed centers with over 320 computer units to over 60 local government units in Region 9. And lastly, 605 free Wi-Fi sites to mostly all of the local government units in Region 9. So I'd like to invite you to watch our audiovisual presentation regarding these projects. Maraming salamat po.
Limited free public internet and access to technology. Traditional government to business transactions. That was Zamboanga Peninsula in 2016. But not anymore today, 6 years and a president later. DICT has laid the groundwork for a digitalized Zamboanga Peninsula as we connect communities, harness new age skills, innovate government services, and protect cyberspace. From zero access to free internet in 2016, DICT has connected 605 sites in Zamboanga Peninsula to the free Wi-Fi for All program. As of today, we have connected 1.8 million devices to DICT's free Wi-Fi for All, located in all of the provinces and cities in Zamboanga Peninsula. 100% of municipalities in Zamboanga del Sur, 88% in Zamboanga Sibugay, and 74% in Zamboanga del Norte are now connected. Only 9 municipalities to go, and all communities in Region 9 will have access to free internet. In Vitali-lying-in facility, Zamboanga City, DICT's free Wi-Fi for all enabled technology to meet healthcare. Thanks to DICT's free Wi-Fi for all, online consultation and diagnosis were made possible in this far-flung barangay where no specialized healthcare facility is available. DICT also established 260 new Tech-for-Ed centers with 326 computer units, serving as a conduit of ICT resources for public use, offering ICT-enabled contents, government services, and free ICT skills training. With this, 100% of the provinces, cities, and municipalities in Region 9 now have Tech-for-Ed Center before 2021 ends. This includes the Tech-for-Ed Center in Liloy, Zamboanga del Norte, which has generated an accumulated income of 2 million pesos per month for teaching English online during this pandemic. To digitalize government services and ease business-related transactions, DICT transformed the business permit licensing of 55 LGUs from traditional to digital process. Through a BPLS, Lapuyan, Zamboanga del Sur increased its revenue by 186% in 2021 compared to the manual collection process in 2020. In Polanco, Zamboanga del Norte, there's an increase in revenue collection from 1.6 million to 2.7 million. And in Imelda, Zamboanga Sibugay, a 69.9% increase was observed, from 4.4 million to 7.4 million in March 2021.
The priority agenda of President Duterte is the streamlining of system and procedures in government service. This is promptly met through the enactment of Republic Act 11032 or the Ease of Doing Business and Efficient Government Service Delivery Act of 2018. The aim of this agenda is to facilitate prompt action or resolution of all government transactions with efficiency.
The President and party are now on their way to the temporary passenger terminal building. May we request everyone to please settle down. Our guest of honor will arrive in a short while. Thank you.
Another evacuation centers that will be turned over to Barangay Bulatok, Pagadian City, turned over to Honorable Samuel Esco, of the Mayor of Pagadian City.
And the last but not least, the same project is being turned over to Barangay Taway, Ipil, Zamboanga, Sibugay, to be accepted by Honorable Anamel C. Oligario, the Honorable Mayor of Ipil, Zamboanga, Sibugay.
We would like to request our guests and participants who are at our dining area to please proceed now to our main function hall as we await the arrival of the President. Once again, we'd like to request our guests and participants in the dining area to please proceed now here at our main function hall. All right, I guess the Provincial Governor of Zamboanga del Sur is here.
Once again, thank you very much, DPWH Region 9, headed by Regional Director Kayamombao D. Dia. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me now call in Director Maria Teresa M. Camba of the Department of Information and Communications Technology, Region 9, for the turnover of the DICT projects.
To our honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, buenas tardes a todos. Good afternoon to everyone. On behalf of the Department of Information and Communications Technology, a very young department created in 2016, I have the honor to turn over 3 projects to local government units in Region 9. These are the following: the business permits and licensing system to 31 local government units, bringing to a total of 55 local government units now using the integrated business permits and licensing system of the DICT. 260 Tech for Ed centers with over 320 computer units to over 60 local government units in Region 9. And lastly, 605 free Wi-Fi sites to mostly all of the local government units in Region 9. So I'd like to invite you to watch our audiovisual presentation regarding this project. Maraming salamat po.
Limited free public internet and access to technology. Traditional government to business transactions. That was Zamboanga Peninsula
At this point,
in 2016.
the President, together with Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo, are now being briefed by Transportation Secretary Arthur P. Tugade and PPA GMJ Santiago and Port Manager RCD Jumaani on the completed port expansion project of the Port of Zamboanga and on the site development plan of the future Zamboanga Passenger Terminal building. Please be reminded to always wear your face shield and your face mask. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Philippines,
55.
President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Ikaw ang Pangulo para sa pagbabago. Sawa na ang bayan ko sa magnanakaw na tao. Madilim.
We may now take our seats. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the inauguration of 143 social and tourism ports and Zamboanga City Seaport development projects. To formally begin our program, may we call on our Zamboanga City Mayor, Maria Isabel Climaco Salazar, for her welcome remarks.
Presidente Rodrigo Roa Duterte y compañeros na entablado, querido oficiales, huéspedes de Ciudad de Zamboanga y afuera, junto con el sector de militar, bienvenidos a Ciudad de Zamboanga. Paz de Dios y abrazo de Nuestra Señora la Virgen del Pilar y San José. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Daghang salamat kaayo sa imong administrasyon. Kay daghang tabang ug proyekto diri sa amua sa lungsod uban na gyud sa Samba Sulta. Kining proyekto sa Pantalan kanang Roro area ang pinakadagko nga terminal sa pasahero ining social tourism port sa Busay ug Tumalutab ug sa Samba Sulta ug ang bagong PPA office para sa kauban namo sa PPA. Lipay jud mi. Salamat kaayo, Mr. President. Uban sa among pasalamat, maong na kining ampingan ug gamiton sa husto na pamaagi kining mga proyekto. Kauban mi ni Sec Art, GMJ Santiago, ug Attorney Danjun Lucas, ug Port Manager Jumaani, kanang mga kauban namo sa PPA, nag-adto mi ni Kong Jawo Jimenez para sa briefing diri sa PPA project. Dako kaayo ning tabang sa amuang tanan. Kauban karon si Gov Vic, akong classmate sa Congress, ug si Deputy Speaker Divine, Kong Jawo Jimenez, Councilor John, tanan mi diri sa Zamboanga. Muchas gracias, di amon Presidente desde Mindanao. Sir, thank you so much for being our President, together with Senator Bongo. Sabi sa akin ni Kong Jawo, ang laki-laki ng tulong nyo sa Pilipinas, lalo na sa panahon ng pandemic. Kaya po kami dito sa Zamboanga, gaya-gaya po kami. Ang aming bisyo, katulad nyo, ay magserbisyo at magmamahal sa tao. Sa kurada, komida, buskabida, ibakuna, para al proteksyon de todo. Sir, ayaw bayai kining Zamboanga City. Please retain 2 combat-ready battalions to help the Philippine National Police combat terrorism. The retention of 2 combat-ready battalions must be realized as our gains for zero bombing, zero kidnapping, zero terrorism, and, of course, the protection of our people. Not only in Zamboanga, but Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi. It took 50 billion pesos in one day because of Zamboanga siege. And today, there are still people that have not returned to permanent homes. But thank you, sir, to the NHA, this is being realized. we are also asking for the purchase of the Kabatangan property strategically located so that the Philippine Armed Forces will be able to utilize it. Thank you, Secretary Art. We have a new airport. And thank you also for the initial investment for the Mercedes Airport. Damgo namo na FA-50 fighter aircrafts makaland diri sa Edwin Andrews Air Base ug sa Mercedes para naatay air defense ug modernization to be ready and combat ready in the Air Force. For the Philippine Coast Guard, Commodore Sibayan, ang ating modernization, the best K-9 unit that has protected Zamboanga City. The Philippine Navy under June Adasi for protecting our shores and giving to us the Rio Hondo Naval Station for the MBLT-11. Thank you. General Simborio, diripod ang kauban nimo, ang Task Force Zamboanga under Colonel Rojas and the MBLT-11 and 74th IB to protect you with General Del Rosario. Otra vez, Presidente Duterte, daghang salamat ang among pag-ampo sa Ginoo ug sa mahal na La Virgen del Pilar to bless you all the way. Alam niyo po, President Duterte, Mayor Inday Duterte, if you knew them, are very simple and very humble. The President asked me earlier, okay na ba yung ginawa ko? Sir, it is sobresaliente. It is more than any one of us can dream. All of these programs, all of these projects benefit the people of the Philippines. And for that, we are blessed to have you as our President. Salamat, sir, for also recognizing the women in appointing me as Regional Peace and Order Council Chair in 2016 and 2019. Sabay po tayong aalis, ako as Mayor, pero sa tulong ng Ginoo, you have helped us. Bienvenidos, eternamente, Presidente Duterte, muchas gracias desde di amon corazón. Vaya con Dios contigo. Thank you, sir.
Muchas gracias, Mayor Beng Climaco Salazar. At this point, may we request Transportation Secretary Art Tugade to give his message and the project overview on the Zamboanga International Airport as well as on the 143 social and tourism port projects nationwide.
His Excellency, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte, sir, my fellow servants in government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Ngayong araw na to, tayo ho ay nagsasama-sama upang sa gayon pasinayan natin, among others, yung 140 social and tourism ports. Sabi ho nila, ako magpresenta at magbigay ng isang briefer. With the permission of His Excellency Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte, kung maaari lang po, yung briefer na ibibigay ko sa 143 social and tourism ports will consist of two parts. Una po, Mayor, ipipresenta ko ho yung video presentation, 5 minutes, hindi sosobra, na kung saan ibibigay yung highlights ng mga lugar na pinasisinayan natin ngayon dito sa 143 social and tourism ports. Kung iisa-isahin ho natin yung 143 social and tourism ports, kulang ho yung oras at panahon ngayon. Kaya highlights lang. Yung the second part after the video presentation, Mr. President, give me another 1.5 to 2 minutes just to give a highlight of what was presented. With the permission of the President, let me now present the 5 minutes video on the 143 social and tourism ports that we are inaugurating at this moment. Mr. President, sir, with your permission. Can you check the audio, please? Okay, in the interest of time, let me see if I can handle this. Makikita ho sa video na ating i-roll on ngayon. Makikita ho yung kabuuan ng mga proyekto na ginawa natin sa Port and Maritime.
As an archipelagic country, the Philippines is surrounded by vast and rich maritime resources. But along with its geographical advantages is a challenge of connectivity between its islands and neighboring countries. That is why the DOTR has been relentless in developing sea linkages and the country's numerous maritime gateways. The Build, Build, Build program of the Duterte administration paved the way for the country to reap the benefits of having accessible, modern, and efficient ports in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. From June 2016 to present, a total of 484 seaport development projects have been completed by the DOTR and the PPA. Among these are the 143 social tourism port projects, which will be inaugurated simultaneously all over the country. Completed from late 2018 to October 2021, these projects have enabled the free flow of people, goods, and services amid the COVID-19 pandemic. They also generated a total of 3,871 direct job opportunities for workers nationwide. In Luzon, 52 projects were completed, including the construction of Port Barangay 33-B in Lawag City. Also in Region 1, we have completed the port cluster development projects in Barangay Kapandanan and Barangay Pangapisan in Lingayen, Pangasinan. With these projects, the current 45 minutes travel time of students crossing the river via road transport to go to school has been reduced to only 5 minutes via maritime transport. Another major project in Luzon is the Phase 1 of the Barangay Pag-asa Sheltered Port Project. In the Visayas region, there were 64 projects completed. One of the major seaport projects in the Visayas is the construction of a concrete pier in Limasawa Port, located in southern Leyte. And finally, in Mindanao, a total of 27 social and tourism port projects were completed. In Region 9, 3 social and tourism port projects were constructed. These are the Barangay Busay Port in Sacol Island and the Tumaluta Port, both in Zamboanga City, and the Talusan Port in Zamboanga, Sibugay. In BARM, we have completed a total of 13 port projects. In fact, a new port for Barangay Diki in Basilan was completed last October 2021. The projects in BARM prove that developments have reached even the southernmost part of the country. Through a whole-of-government approach, the delivery of these social and tourism port projects will result in growth and improved connectivity to boost tourism, agriculture, and major trade industries in provinces outside Metro Manila. True enough, the benefits of these social and tourism port projects are now greatly felt in every community.
Ako po si Santiago Loreto. Mangingisda rin po ako. Ang maganda po dito sa nagawang pantalan para po sa amin, malapit kami magduong sa pier. Mas maganda po ito na ano rin sa mga tao na taga dito, nabigyan kami ng magandang pantalan para kung may mga produkto kaming madaling ibaba.
Lindot ro sir ang gibuhat sa CPE kay wa na may buti-buti nya magalandan maayo na pasahero safety kayo paglatay. Dako kay tabang sir kay daghan ang pasahero sad ang moaring malapas ko tungod sa nay pantalan na tarong wa nay buti-buti kay sa una haso kito sa una kay buti-buti pa.
Ako usa ko nagpasalamat nga diin namugna kining maong pantalan diri sa among barangay. Nakahatag kani og dakong kaayuhan sa mga katawhan ingon man sa mga nanagat nga diin di na sila maglisod pumudunggo sa lain pa nga pantalan tungod kay duol lang kini sa among barangay. Ikaduha, ang matag hapon diri daghan ang nakahimulos kay matag hapon adunay mga magtinda-tinda din sa maong pantalan, dugang nilang panginabuhi sa patagadlaw. Ug ingon man abunda usab kining amuang pantalan kay ang mga mananagat dinhi pud sila mudunggo ug di na pud sila maglisod sa transportasyon kay naa may mga sakyanan nga moanhi diri aga pagkuha silang mga isda.
The rehabilitation of ports and expansion of existing ones shall continue in order to give better accessibility to coastal and island communities across the archipelago. And ultimately, make the Filipino life comfortable and convenient.
Mr. President, nakita po natin sa video yung mga sample ng mga programa na ginawa natin, port developments, port improvements, and renovation as well as new ports. Binigyan din ho namin ng sample pagkat kung iisa-isahin po natin yung 143 social and tourism port projects, yung oras ho na nakalaan sa atin ngayon ay hindi kasya at hindi makakasya. Sample lang ho yun. Let me provide various highlights. Number one, ang tanong. Nakita ho natin yung 143 na lugar na kung saan merong port developments, port improvement. Ang tanong, saan itong puertong ito at bakit napili ito? Mr. President, napili ang mga puertong sa mga nakaraang administrasyon, nakaraang taon, napabayaan at nakalimutan. Ito ho ay mga malalayong lugar na kung saan dinadalaw ng bagyo, dinadalaw ng problema, napabayaan at nakalimutan. We choose these ports upang ipakita sa ating mga kababayan na sa administrasyon Duterte, hindi ho sila pinapabayaan at hindi kinakalimutan. Ito ho ang programa ng ating Pangulo na kung saan sinabi niya ang growth and development sa ekonomiya ay dapat hindi limitado sa mga malalaking lugar. Dapat ang buhay na kumbinyante at komportable ay maabot at marating lalo't higit sa ating mga kababayan na nasa mga lugar na napabayaan at nakalimutan. 143 ports ho yan na napili. Ibig kong bang sabihin, Mr. President, tapos na ang ating trabaho? Meron na tayong mahigit 470 projects kasama yung 143 projects. Ibig ba ho sabihin yan, tapos na ang ating trabaho? Hindi. Ang trabahong pagbabago, pag-improve, pag-rehabilitate ng mga puerto at karagatan is a continuing project. Kaya mahalaga sa atin na magkaroon ng continuity program na pag natapos ang terminong ito, ang programa sa build ay tuloy na mangyayari. Ang isang katanungan ay, sino ang nakikinabang dito? Nakita kanina na mga nakikinabang dito ay yung mga mangingisda, yung mga magsasaka, yung mga biyahero, yung mga turista, at higit sa lahat, yung mga ordinaryong tao. I-highlight ko lang ho, sa isang proyekto dito sa Lingayen na kung saan ang ating mga anak, para makapasok sa kanilang paaralan, magko-commute ng bangka para makarating sa kanilang eskwela after 45 to 55 minutes. Marami hong oras yan para isang mag-aaral, lalo na higit kung ang mag-aaral na ito ay isang bata at isang batang paslit. Kaya nga ba't sa programa sa Lingayen, ginawa na natin i-connect yung dalawang shoreline. The shortest distance between 2 points, ika nga, is a straight line. Nung nagawa po ito, yung pagbiyahe ng mga estudyante sa kanilang paaralan ay hindi na umaabot ng 45 to 50 minutes, Mr. President, 5 minutes na lang, tabla-tabla na. Ito ho, yung mga pakinabang na nakikita dyan. Hindi lang ho sa magsasaka, hindi sa mangingisda. Nandiyan din ho yung benepisyo sa turismo. Napakaganda ng kasuluk-sulukan ng lugar dito sa Republika ng Pilipinas. Dapat lang magkaroon ng tinatawag na mobility and convenience. Mahalaga ho ito pagkat sabi ng ating Pangulo noong paman at inuulit niya pang araw-araw, gawin ang buhay Pilipino komportable at kumbinyente. Paano ho magiging komportable o kumbinyente kung wala kang mobility and connectivity? Etong mga bagong puerto na ito ay nagbibigay ng mobility and connectivity nang sa ganon magkaroon ng komportable at kumbinyenteng pamumuhay. Itawag pansin ko lang ho, ang proyektong ito is 143. Isa-isahin ho natin yung numero. 143 is 143. Sa lengguwahe ng millennial, ang ibig kong sabihin nito, mahal kita, I love you, minamahal kita. Perhaps it is coincidental and a matter of a decree of fate that today we inaugurate 143 seaport projects. The Duterte's way of saying, kababayan, fellow Filipino, mahal namin kayo. 143. Mr. President, ito ho ang ginagawa ng inyong administrasyon. Kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, hindi pa ho tapos. Kailangan ho magkaroon ng continuity project at continuing project. Nang sa ganon, yung mga ipinunla at itinanim ng build, maski na pagkatapos ng termino ng ating mahal na Pangulo, Presidente Rodrigo Duterte, ang mga proyektong ito ay magiging continuing. Ang mga proyektong ito ay magiging tuloy-tuloy. Today, Mr. President, it is with pride and honor, together with the kagawaran ng transportasyon, PPA at ng lahat, it is my pride and honor to present to you the completed, inaugurated, and workable 143 social and tourism ports. Sabi nga ng millennial, 143. Magandang hapon ho.
Thank you, Sec Art Tugade, and congratulations, DOTR. At this juncture, we shall now witness the unveiling of the marker of the Port of Busay, as a fitting representation of the total 143 completed social and tourism ports constructed by DOTR nationwide. May we invite the President, together with Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo, Secretary Art Tugade, PPA General Manager J. Santiago, and Mayor Beng Climaco Salazar to lead the unveiling of the marker of the Port of Busay. Ready, Mr. President? At the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. The marker of the Port of Busay reads as follows: Busay Seaport Construction Project, Sacol Island, Zamboanga City, inaugurated by President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Republic of the Philippines, Sacol Island, Zamboanga City, December 2, 2021. Completed under President Rodrigo Roa Duterte's Build, Build, Build program by the Department of Transportation, the Department of Public Works and Highways, the Philippine Ports Authority in collaboration with the local government units and funded by Government of the Philippines. Part of the 143 Sacol Social and Tourism Ports completed since 2016. The new seaport development project is aimed at significantly improving Sacol Island's integration to and connectivity with archipelago and concrete manifestation of integrated vision to develop port facilities and services in support of national development for the Filipino and traveling public. Now, may we request everyone on stage to face the camera for a quick photo opportunity. Thank you, Mr. President, and congratulations, everyone. We may now take our seats. Moving on, may we call on PPA General Manager J. Santiago for the project overview of Zamboanga City Seaport Development Project.
Mahal na Pangulo, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte, isa po muling karangalan na ihandog sa inyo ang mga bagong gawang port projects dito po sa daungan ng Zamboanga City na isinakatuparan ng Philippine Ports Authority sa ilalim ng paggiya ng Kagawaran ng Transportasyon bilang pagtalima sa inyong kautusan na bigyan ng komportable at matiwasay na pamumuhay ang mga mamamayang Pilipino. Pero bago po ang lahat, mahal na Pangulo, nais ko pong ipagbigay alam sa inyo, katulad po ng nabanggit ni Secretary Art Tugade, na umabot na po sa 484 ang natapos na proyektong pampantala ng DOTR at ng PPA sa loob lamang po ng 5 taon. At nasa mahigit 100 pa po ang nakatakdang tapusin ng DOTR at PPA bago po matapos ang inyong termino bilang aming Pangulo sa susunod na taon. Nais rin po naming ipabatid sa inyo, mahal na Pangulo, na ang mga proyektong ito po na ipinatupad ng PPA ay naisakatuparan po gamit ang sariling pondo ng ahensya at di po nangailangan ng anumang utang panlabas. Ang mga proyekto po na ito dito sa daungan ng Zamboanga na umabot po sa mahigit kumulang sa 316 na milyong piso ay kasama nga sa mga tinagurian natin na locally funded projects. Kasama po rito ang pagpapagawa ng reinforced concrete platform na may sukat pong 2,115 square meters. Gayon din po ang pagpapalawak sa backup area para po sa mga kargamentong dumadaan sa pantalan. Matapos po ang development, nasa 17,372 metro kwadrado na po ang backup area mula sa 13,700 metro kwadrado noon pa pong 2011. Samantala, naglagay na rin po tayo ng karampatang lighting system ng daungan para po matustusan ang operasyon ng pantalan, lalo na po sa gabi dahil isa po ang daungan sa nagtatala ng mataas na numero ng pasahero at kargamento mula at papunta sa mga karatig probinsya gaya ng Basilan at maging patungo ng Maynila. Dahil parami po ng parami ang mga barko na humihimpil sa daungan, nagsagawa rin po ang DOTR at PPA ng extension ng T-head pier ng Pantalan na may karagdagang sukat na umaabot sa 1,276 na metro kwadrado. Ngayon po, kaya na po magserbisyo ng Pantalan sa mga barko na hindi po bababa sa 20 kahit anong oras. Dahil po sa mga improvements na naisagawa po rito sa daungan ng Zamboanga sa inyong termino, doble na po ang kapasidad nito ngayon kung atin po itong ikukumpara sa taong 2015. Bilang paghahanda po sa kinabukasan dahil masikip, luma at kulang na sa kapasidad ang passenger terminal building ng Pantalan, ang DOTR at PPA ay nagpapatayo na po ng makabago at modernong passenger terminal building na siya pong tataguriang pinakamalaking PTB sa buong bansa. Dahil kakayanin po nitong mag-upo ng halos 4,500 pasahero kahit anong oras mula sa halos 800 pasahero lamang na kapasidad ng lumang PTB. Sadyang manliliit po, mahal na Pangulo, ang passenger terminal building ng Cagayan de Oro at ng Calapan Mindoro dito po sa PTB ng Zamboanga. Hindi lang po dito natatapos ang magandang balita, mahal na Pangulo, dahil po ang pondo ng proyekto na nagkakahalaga po ng halos 500 milyong piso ay galing muli po mismo sa kaban ng PPA. Inaasahan po natin na matatapos po ito sa loob ng 2 taon mula ngayon. Kayo po ang kadahilanan, mahal na Pangulo, at sa paggiya po ni Secretary Artugade kung bakit po nagagawa ng Philippine Ports Authority ang ganitong klaseng mga proyekto. Para po sa lungsod ng Zamboanga, siniguro po natin na ang daungan ng Zamboanga ay siyang maituturing na hiyas at kayamanan di lamang ng lungsod, kundi ng buong Zamboanga Peninsula. Ito po ang aming ambag sa Build, Build, Build program. Ito po ay bahagi ng Duterte Legacy. Mabuhay po kayo, mahal na Pangulo. Mabuhay po ang Pilipinas.
Thank you,
Muli po,
GMJ.
kung mamarapatin niyo po, mahal na Pangulo, mayroon po kaming maiksipong audiovisual presentation para maisuma po yung lahat po ng proyekto natin dito po sa Zamboanga Port. Maraming salamat po.
Ang lungsod ng Zamboanga ay may tuturing na melting pot sa sulok na ito ng Kamindanawan, bagamat kilala ang lungsod sa iba't ibang tawag. Tinagurian itong Sardine Capital of the Philippines dahil siyam sa 12 kumpanya na gumagawa ng sardinas ang nasa lungsod na nagbibigay ng kabuhayan sa lungsod at sa mga karatig nitong munisipyo at probinsya. Kilala rin ang Zamboanga bilang Asia's Latin City dahil tanging dito lang sa lungsod na ito maririnig ang dialektong Chabacano na hango sa lengguwaheng Espanyol. Higit sa lahat, tinagurian din itong City of Flowers dahil sa iba't ibang klase ng mga bulaklak na matatagpuan sa lugar, gaya ng orchids at iba pang tropical flowers na makikita sa lahat ng sulok ng Zamboanga. Mula 1936, kabalikat na ng Zamboanga City ang daungan ng Zamboanga na siya nagsisilbing pintuan ng lugar para sa pangangalakal at turismo. Kilala ang daungan ng Zamboanga bilang export center ng sardinas, papunta ng Estados Unidos, Europa, Gitnang Silangan, at iba pang lugar na kabilang sa Far East. Nagsimula ang daungan na sapat lamang ang kapasidad upang mapunan ang pangangailangan ng lugar. Sa pagdaan ng panahon, ito ay unti-unti sumailalim sa pagpapalaki at pagmomodernisa upang sumabay sa tumataas na demand mula sa mga trading partners ng lungsod. Kahit mula umpisa ay may kasaysayan ng bansa bilang isa sa mga hotspot ng mga di pagkakaunawaan. Nananatiling tahimik ang pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay ng mga mamamayan ng lungsod. Kasama na rito ang mga mangangalakal at maging lokal at banyagang turista. Hanggang dumating ang Setyembre 2013 kung saan mahigit kumulang sa 500 miyembro ng Moro National Liberation Front ang lumusob sa lungsod bilang protesta sa di umano'y kabiguan ng gobyerno na ipatupad ang peace agreement na nilagdaan ng MNLF at ng Fidel Ramos administration. 3 linggong naapektuhan ang operasyon at takbo ng Pantalan. Ngunit di ito nagpatinag, maging ang mga kawani nito na mapagsilbihan ang publiko at isulong ang patuloy na pag-inog ng supply chain ng syudad. Kasama na ang ilang lugar na nakadepende sa pantalan ang ekonomiya. Dahil dito, dahan-dahan ang pagbangon ng daungan ng Zamboanga mula sa epekto ng tinaguriang Zamboanga Siege. Dahilan upang maging usad bagong din ang pagbangon ng turismo at kalakal sa lugar. Napabilis lamang ang pag-usad ng pagbangon nang pumasok na ang pamahalang Duterte noong 2016 kung saan sa pamamagitan ng Build 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 program kasama si DOTR Secretary Art Tugade at PPA General Manager J. Santiago, napabilis ang pagpapatupad ng iba't ibang proyekto upang makamit ang Golden Age of Infrastructure dito sa Pilipinas. Dito sa Zamboanga City, maliban sa Travelers Hub, maraming port infrastructure projects ang ipinatupad kasama na ang pagpapalawak ng cargo yard ng Pantalan na may kakayahan na ngayong tumanggap ng halos 3 milyong metriko toneladang kargamento kada taon, na doble sa kapasidad ng Pantalan noong nakaraang administrasyon.
Ang ganda. Maganda kasi dati kasi since Pantalan siya, yung mga container vans,
Yes,
yung mga big equipment, big machines doon talaga. So parang mahirap kasi parang yung way, hindi siya ganun ka, ang sikip-sikip. But now, medyo freely na siya, gano'n. Tapos, yun nga, hindi lang siya basta-basta yung pumapasok ka doon, okay na siya kaysa before.
Well, changed a lot in appearance and the space provided for. Medyo it's wider now than before and it's more controlled as far as traffic is concerned.
Yes.
Kaya na rin ng daungan na tumanggap ng halos 3.5 milyong pasahero kada taon mula lamang sa 2 milyon noong 2015. Nasa halos 11,000 ship cost na rin ang kapasidad ng Pantalan na mas mataas ng halos 3,000 kumpara sa kapasidad ng Pantalan noong 2015. Sadyang napakalayo na nga ang narating ng daungan ng Zamboanga sa loob lamang ng 5 taon ng Duterte administration. Di magtatagal, ang Zamboanga na rin ang magmamay-ari ng pinakamalaking passenger terminal building sa buong bansa. Dahil kasalukuyan ang ipinapatayo ang PTB na may kapasidad ng halos 4,500 pasahero sa kahit anong oras. Ito ang pangako ng komportableng buhay. Ito ang pangako ng Build, Build, Build. Ito ang Duterte Legacy. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Thank you, GMJ Santiago. At this juncture, we shall now witness the unveiling of the marker of the completed Zamboanga City Seaport Development Projects. May we respectfully invite the President, together with Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo, Transportation Secretary Art Tugade, PPA GMJ Santiago, 1st District Representative Cesar Jawo Jimenez Jr., and Mayor Beng Climaco Salazar, to lead the unveiling of the marker of the Port of Zamboanga. Ready, Mr. President? At the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. The Zamboanga Seaport Development Project Port of Zamboanga marker reads as follows. Zamboanga Seaport Development Project Port of Zamboanga, Zamboanga City. Inaugurated by President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Republic of the Philippines, Zamboanga City, Zamboanga del Sur, 02 December 2021. Completed under President Rodrigo Roa Duterte's Build, Build, Build program by the Department of Transportation and the Philippine Ports Authority and funded by Government of the Philippines. A modern and world-class seaport project aimed significantly improving Zamboanga City's integration to the connectivity with the archipelago and concrete manifestation of PPA's vision to develop port facilities and services in support of national development for the Filipino and traveling public. Now, may we request everyone on the stage to pace on the camera for a quick photo opportunity. Thank you, Mr. President, and congratulations, everyone. We may now take our seats. At this point, may we call on Secretary Art Tugade to introduce our guest of honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my deep honor and privilege to introduce to you ang isang tunay na Pilipino na buo at totoo ang pagmamahal sa kapwa Pilipino, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Salamat kindly. Transportation Secretary Arthur Tugade, Senator Bongo, District Speaker and Zamboanga del Sur First District Representative Divina Grace Yu, Zamboanga City First District Representative Cesar Jimenez, Zamboanga del Sur Governor Victor Yu, Zamboanga City Mayor Marisa Isabel Climaco, Philippine Ports Authority Manager Jade Daniel Santiago, Philippine Coast Guard Commandant Admiral Leopoldo Laroya, fellow workers in government, mga kababayan. Before I would begin to read the prepared speech, dalawang pages lang naman to at hindi ko trabaho ito yung I am happy that almost all of the projects are completed, utilized, and the others are about to be finished, ongoing. And I hope that by the end of my term, which is just about 7 months away, makumpleto lahat. That was also my paradigm when I was city mayor of Davao. Sinabi ko sa kanila na I want all projects completed when I go out of the office. Dito, Art Tugade approximated the expectations na matapos lahat or almost lahat. So, masaya ako kasi if there is one worker of government na talagang nasa puso ang trabaho, so one of them is Arthur Tugade. You know, natatawa ako because we are lawyers. As a matter of fact, we are not builders, neither architects or engineers. Si Art was my classmate sa law school. He was our valedictorian. But by the time that he was ready to maybe ripe for everything in Clark, one day napunta ako, napadaan ako at sinabi ko, Art, kung manalo ako, pwede mo akong tulungan. So, I got him into the department and nakikita naman ninyo ngayon. So, you need not really be, I said, a builder of infrastructures. It's in the heart. It's in the drive, motivation of a person. Hindi ako nagkamali, and he talks extemporaneous and does not know how to finish his speech every time. Pero he was the captain of the debating team of the San Beda College. Doon kami galing, Bing. It is my pleasure to join you on the simultaneous inauguration of the Zamboanga Port Expansion Project and the 143 other completed social and tourism ports across the country. I acknowledge the strong efforts of the Department of Transportation and the Philippine Ports Authority in leading the construction, rehabilitation, and expansion of our ports, which certainly improve the connectivity and mobility of our people. These are indeed milestones under the government's Build program. The completion of these projects will boost inclusive growth for various industries in our provinces, especially for the shipping, fishing, and tourism sectors. Also, with more employment to be generated for various localities, we can now look forward to a stronger economy and the improved lives of our people under the new normal. I'm also glad to join the inspection of the Zamboanga International Airport Development Project. Again, I thank the DOTR Department along with the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines and other public and private partners for a commendable job in the improvement of Zamboanga Airport. I am excited to see a revitalized socio-economic activity that this newly enhanced project will support not only for the Zamboanga but also for the rest of Mindanao. As my term nears its end, let me emphasize, even with all the difficulties posed by the pandemic, this administration will continue to implement vital infrastructure projects to improve the lives of the Filipinos. We remain committed in pursuing sustainable development projects that will benefit all our kababayans even beyond 2022. Again, I thank and congratulate everyone involved in these projects, successful projects. I end by saying, may isa pa. You know, before I say my goodbye, the profuse, everywhere, mapunta ko itong mga project na ito. Kasi pinangako ko ito sa tao. When I was running during the elections, kung matandaan ninyo, I only promised 5. I said I will try to eliminate or finish all shabu industry. Paningin ko, hindi ko man talaga natapos because every minute there is a stupid guy around to do again the and I said I'd also take care of yung law and order. Tama kabing there's a heavy concentration of the armed forces of the Philippines and the PNP here in Mindanao, especially in this area. Because I believe that no development or progress can ever happen if there is no law and order. Yan talaga ang totoo. Yan ang nakita ko sa siyudad ko. Kaya ako, let me just give me about 3 minutes. Yung bunganga ko, bastos, tapos yung iba hindi nila nagustuhan. Now, itong International Court of Criminal Courts, gusto akong ipakulong ng mga gago. Hindi lang ako makamura dito kasi nandyan si Beng. Behave ako. You know, I am a Filipino. If there is somebody who will prosecute me, it should be the Philippine Prosecution Service, where I was a member, prosecutor ho ako for 9 years before becoming vice mayor and mayor. Kung magharap lang naman ako ng tribunal, it should be before a Philippine court. And kung ipakulong ako, gusto ko Pilipino na huwes ang magpakulong sa akin. Kung may nakita siya na mali. At kung magpakulong ako, hindi ako magpakulong sa baski saan. Sabi nila, makulungan nila parang hotel. Dito ako sa Muntinlupa at ipatapos ko yung mga tattoo ko dito sa kamay. Meron ako dito May bulaklak ako dito sa... Yan ang ginagamit ko pag maglandi ako sa... when you start to flirt, pinagyayabang ko yung tattoo ko. And ganito yan. Do not destroy my country. Bagbaha ka ng drugs. Do not kill or destroy the life of our children. Kasi ako pati yan si Art, we are glad and thankful that galing kami sa mahirap. Kasi Bisaya pa, makabot na mo, we can fathom. Isang tingin lang, alam ko na kung ano ang gusto ng tao. And I can smell a rat a mile away. Kaya, siguro, yung drive ni Art, it's because nangako kami, edi tinapos namin. Kaya yung mga droga, nangako ako, tatapusin talaga kita. Kasi do not destroy my country. And who can find a fault in that statement? Ako, basta bayan na ibang usapan na yan. I need not really be civil about it. Talking about it. Yan ang sabi ko nga, lahat naman halos, pati yung mga, half of my cabinet are all retired military officers. Puro galing sa baba rin yan sa buhay. Kaya maganda ang samahan namin. And I'm always mindful of what I promise. Lilima lang. Drugs, ang problema talaga noon. Pinagpapatay yung mga tao dyan sa daan, hold up dito, hold up doon. Law and order. I will never tolerate. I will never tolerate yung mga terrorism pati. I hope that I will not be put to test during my term. ayaw ko talaga. And I'm reminded of Marawi. Sabi ko, we will not stop until all of them are eliminated. Hindi talaga ako papayag ng style ng ganun. And that is why I'm also here talk about ELCAC in another crowd. Itong mga komunista, wala nang ginawa for 53 years. Wala nang ginawa kung hindi sirain ang buhay ng Pilipino. Kaya galit ako sa kanila. I tried talking to them. Over the objections of the military and the police, nagkuha ako ng mga komunista, nilagay ko sa cabinet. Although we had a falling out later on, sabi na siya tugad. Because I wanted to show sincerity. Sige, mag-usap tayo dito. 3 kabinete, puro komunista. Walang ginawa. Yung pera sa opisina nila, napupunta doon sa kabila. Tinanggal ko lahat. Sabi ko, I tried. Sabi ko sa military noon, medyo pagparilis ko, ayaw nila. Yung champion spouses, pinarilis ko, ngayon hindi na namin makita. Just to show good faith. Yun ang sabi ko sa kanila, military pati police, give me a chance to solve this problem. And I failed because ayaw nila. Yung mga komunista, ayaw. When you start talking about a coalition government, that is stupid. How can you participate in a government? All are chosen by the people. And the people who are not elected, they are appointed by the duly constituted authorities. So yan ang gusto kong idagdag. Ayaw nila, di wag. Away tayo. But I said my term is nearing its end. I can say with a little bit of pride na halos lahat na pinangako ko, natupad ko. Dito na lang sa peace and order na, but you know, for as long as there are men in this planet, there will always be misdeeds and wrongdoings committed by human beings. Be that as it may, nabi ko, I tried my best. And hindi ko naman sabihin pero mukhang nakompleto ko halos lahat ng pinangako ko sa taong bayan. Salamat.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. At this moment, may we respectfully request the President and the distinguished guest party to grant the photo opportunity with our official. May we call on the DOTR officials to proceed to the center stage for a photo opportunity with the President. DOTR officials. May we call on DOTR officials to proceed. Next group, please prepare, PPA officials. Please proceed, second group. Third group, please prepare. PPA officials. Stand by, third group. Third group, PPA officials, please stand by. Next group, PPA officials, please stand by. Okay, thank you. Next group, please stand by. After PPA officials, the local government unit. Thank you. Next group, please proceed on center stage. Next group, please stand by. May we call on our local government units official to please proceed. The LGU and our private stakeholders. May we call on the officials and partners of other government agencies. Please proceed. NGAs and other government agencies. And last, please stand by military and police officials. May we call on our military and police officials for the photo opportunity with our President. Thank you. This concludes our program. Thank you, Mr. President, for leading the inauguration of 143 social and tourism ports nationwide and the seaport development projects in Zamboanga City. Maraming salamat, mahal na Pangulo, sa inyong malasakit at pangunguna sa inaugurasyon ng mga social and tourism ports sa buong bansa at sa pantalan dito sa lungsod ng Zamboanga. Ang mga proyekteng ito ay nagdudulot ng labis na kaginhawaan sa mga mananakay at magdadala ng maraming oportunidad sa ating mga kababayan. Muchas gracias, querido Presidente Rodrigo Roa Duterte, por tu cariño y liderato na inauguración de mga proyectos sociales y turismo na entero país y aquí na ciudad de Zamboanga. Ese mana proyecto eleva mucho alivio na mga pasahero y más mucho oportunidad para na mga gente. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the President, Rodrigo Roa Duterte. May we request everyone to please remain seated until
Thanks to DICT's free Wi-Fi for all, online consultation and diagnosis were made possible in this far-flung barangay where no specialized healthcare facility is available. DICT also established 260 new Tech-for-Ed centers with 326 computer units, serving as a conduit of ICT resources for public use, offering ICT-enabled contents, government services, and free ICT skills training. With this, 100% of the provinces, cities, and municipalities in Region 9 now have Tech-for-Ed Center before 2021 ends. This includes the Tech-for-Ed Center in Liloy, Zamboanga del Norte, which has generated an accumulated income of 2 million pesos per month for teaching English online during this pandemic. To digitalize government services and ease business-related transactions, DICT transformed the business permit licensing of 55 LGUs from traditional to digital process. Through EBPLS, Lapuyan, Zamboanga del Sur increased its revenue by 186% in 2021 compared to the manual collection process in 2020. In Polanco, Zamboanga del Norte, there's an increase in revenue collection from 1.6 million to 2.7 million. And in Imelda, Zamboanga Sibugay, a 69.9% increase was observed, from 4.4 million to 7.4 million in March 2021.
The priority agenda of President Duterte is the streamlining of system and procedures in government service. This is promptly met through the enactment of Republic Act 11032 or the Ease of Doing Business and Efficient Government Service Delivery Act of 2018. The aim of this agenda is to facilitate prompt action or resolution of all government transactions with efficiency. With this initiative from DICT, our services are digitalized and government service has now become readily accessible through our gadgets, making government transactions more convenient to the transacting public.
We took by heart the President's mandate to connect the unserved and underserved areas. This directive is closest to the heart of our vision for Zamboanga Peninsula, an interconnected region empowered by a competent government system, thriving industries, and flourishing sectors that is conducive to our goal of true digitalization, innovation, and growth. So I am glad to turn these projects over today to local government units in the region. 605 free Wi-Fi sites in 63 local government units located in hospitals, schools, municipal halls, and other public places. 260 Tech-for-Ed centers with a total of 326 computer units in 70 local government units. Integrated business permits and licensing system to 31 local government units in the region, bringing to 55 the total number of LGUs using the system in the region. Through the free Wi-Fi for all, residents of Zamboanga Peninsula will have equal access to services delivered online as DICT continues to strengthen the region's digital infrastructure. With Tech-for-Ed centers across the region, people can have access to ICT facilities, services, and training to develop basic to advanced high-level ICT skills or even get online jobs without having to leave home. Businesses can also save time in acquiring permits as LGUs transition to using the IBPLS. Congratulations to these local government units. Let us continue to work together to connect, harness, innovate, and protect.
Alright, thank you so much. Maraming salamat po, DICT 9 led by Regional Director Maria Teresa Camba. Now to turn over the programs and projects to the LGU beneficiary, let us welcome the Regional Director of the Department of Agrarian Reform, Attorney Ramon Madronal Jr. For the presentation. Let us give him a round of applause po.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the DAR Secretary, Bernie Cruz, I would like to present to you the Tulay ng Pangulo project for turnover to the local government of Malangas, Zamboanga, Sibugay. For its profile, may I request for the audiovisual presentation, please.
Hello? Ayan, okay na.
So once again po, this project is entitled Basak Bawang Candiis Bridge. The project is located at Basak Bawang Candiis, Malangas, Zamboanga, Sibugay. The LGU recipient will be the municipality of Malangas, Zamboanga, Sibugay. The project aims to improve the access of local communities such as agrarian reform areas to rural development services. The TPKP is adopting the French Universal Bridge or the Unibridge technology. The structure is made of prefabricated steel with a total span of 28.8 linear meters. And the project, which links the barangay to other neighboring barangays, reduces travel time, cost, and effort. It can efficiently deliver the essential services within the area and will increase economic activities in the agrarian reform communities. So the total project cost, ladies and gentlemen, is 16,926,284 pesos and 20 centavos. So the project will benefit the barangays of Kamanga, Basak Bawang, and Candiis. This project shall be received by Engineer Marcelo M. Baquial Jr., the Municipal Mayor of Malangas, Zamboanga, Sibugay. Representing Mayor Marcelo Baquial Jr. is Engineer Romel Duran of Zamboanga, Sibugay. A round of applause, please.
All right.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that was the turnover of Tulay ng Pangulo para sa kaunlarang pang-agraryo.
All right. Thank you so much to Department of Agrarian Reform. At this point, let me now acknowledge the presence of Governor Roberto Uy of Zamboanga del Norte. Sir, good afternoon po. And also Secretary La Peña. Good afternoon po, sir. Sir, good afternoon. Ayan po, let us witness po on screen the arrival of President Rodrigo Duterte for his inspection sa Zamboanga City Airport. And another evacuation center that will be turned over to Barangay Bulatok, Pagadian City, turned over to Honorable Samuel Esco, of the Mayor of Pagadian City.
And the last but not least, the same project is being turned over to Barangay Taway, Ipil, Zamboanga, Sibugay, to be accepted by Honorable Anamel C. Oligario, the Honorable Mayor of Ipil, Zamboanga, Sibugay.
We would like to request our guests and participants who are at our dining area to please proceed now to our main function hall as we await the arrival of the President. Once again, we would like to request our guests and participants in the dining area to please proceed now here at our main function hall. All right. I guess the Provincial Governor of Zamboanga del Sur is here. Wala? Okay na, wala na.
Once again, thank you very much, DPWH Region 9, headed by Regional Director Kayamambao D. Dia. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me now call in Director Maria Teresa M. Camba of the Department of Information
the President of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Ikaw ang Pangulo para sa pagbabago. Sawa na ang bayan ko sa magnanakaw na trako. Madilim na kahapon, ikaw ang mag-aahon. Sa piling mo, di ko mawawala ang korupsyon. Tayo na Pilipinas,
To formally start our program, may we call on Zamboanga del Sur Governor Victor J. Yu for his welcome remarks.
His Excellency, President of the Philippines, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, our very hardworking Senator, Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo, our Chairperson for the Regional Peace and Order Council here in Region 9, and Zamboanga City Mayor, Maria Isabel Climaco Salazar, our National Security Council Advisor and NTF-ELCAC Vice Chairperson Secretary Hermogenes Esperon Jr., our DSWD and our Cabinet Officer for Regional Development and Security for Region 9, Secretary Joselito Bautista, other secretaries, undersecretaries, and assistant secretaries, our honorable congresspersons, and my fellow local chief executives, men in uniform, regional directors of the various line agencies, and our partner from the private sector, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Mayong gabi sa atong tanan. I would like to warmly welcome everyone, especially His Excellency, President Duterte, to this very significant event. While there have been several challenges confronting Zamboanga Peninsula during this time of the pandemic, it has nonetheless been able to implement important programs and projects that are critical to the development and recovery of Region 9 and to the upliftment and welfare of the people we vowed to serve. These programs and projects have been accomplished through the convergent effort and dedicated service of national government agencies and local government units in partnership with the private sector. Later, we shall witness the awarding and turnover of some of these programs and projects to our local beneficiaries. The Cord 9 will also briefly share with us some of the major accomplishments of the region toward the path of peace and development and the attainment of the vision of matatag, maginhawa at panatag na buhay para sa lahat. As the chairperson of Regional Development Council 9, let me express our deepest pasasalamat to the President and to the various national agencies for your support and initiatives for the region and the local government units during this present administration. I would like to take this opportunity, Mr. President, to inform you that because of your initiative and programs, particularly ELCAC, and I would like to acknowledge the effort of our men in uniform, especially our Philippine Army, our PNP, and our national agencies. Zamboanga del Sur alone, Mr. President, more than 100 sa ating mga kapatid na nasa kabila ay bumalik na sa gobyerno natin ngayon. And I would like to present 6 of them, Mr. President. Palihukog tindog atong mga FR. Thank you. And of course, I would like to inform also the President that all the provinces here in the region have declared insurgency-free. So, I believe this is a legacy, Mr. President, and a milestone toward peace and development. And we in the region commit to complete what have been started and together move forward toward a better Zamboanga Peninsula. Again, let me warmly welcome all of you to this time with the President. Dagang salamat, mabuhay ang Region 9, mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Thank you, Governor Yu. Now may we call on the National Security Advisor and Vice Chair of the NTF-ELCAC, Secretary Hermogenes Esperon Jr., for his message.
Magandang hapon sa lahat. Maayong adlaw sa inyong atanan. Buenas tardes a todos. Celebra kita kay hunto kita na diaton buen President Rodrigo Roa Duterte na siya ring chairman ng National Task Force to End the Local Communist Armed Conflict. Malugod din natin kinagagalak ang walang sawang pagtanggap ninyo sa amin dito sa Zamboanga, the City of Flowers, sa napakagandang rehiyon ng Zamboanga Peninsula. Para sa akin, alegre iyo, kay taki iyo otra vez na Zamboanga. Let us also welcome amidst us ang mapagmalasakit na senador natin, Senator Bongo, ang pinakamalakas na taga-suporta natin sa Senado, sa National Task Force ELCAC, lalo na sa Barangay Development Program. Gusto ko ring batiin ang ating Cabinet Officer for Regional Development and Security, Social Welfare Secretary Rolando Joselito Bautista. Dati pong commander ng 1st Division sa Bulacan bago siya inappoint ng Pangulo na maging commanding general ng Philippine Army. Of course, may I greet Governor Victor Yu, the RDC chairman, who is with us here. May I greet, we have with us the other cabinet members, Secretary William Dar of Department of Agriculture, Secretary Mon Lopez ng Trade and Industry, at Secretary Sid La Peña ng TESDA, at ang kanila pang mga undersecretaries na narito ngayon. May I greet Governor Berto Yu? Uy, pala. Berto Uy. Ng Zamboanga del Norte. At ang ating mga congresspersons, congressmen, pinangungunahan ni Congresswoman Divina Yu, Mrs. Yu, at mga iba pang congressman na nandito. Palagay ko, hindi, si Congressman Ann Hofer, Zamboanga Sibugay. Nandiyan ba si Congressman Jimenez? Yun. Si Congressman Romy Halosos. Si Congresswoman Gloria Labad-Labad. Yun. At of course, ang ating mayor, mahal na mayor ng Zamboanga City, may Mista Maria Isabel Beng Climaco Salazar. Mga mayors ng iba't ibang bayan na matatawag mamaya, at mga pinuno ng mga barangay na nandito ngayon, kayo ang itinuturing naming frontliners sa ating pagsisikap sa kapayapaan, kasama ng mga mayors. Kabilin-bilinan po sa akin ng ating Pangulo. Sabi niya, kung gusto mong masolusyonan ang insurgency, huwag kalimutan ang mga barangay at mga kapitan. Kaya kami ay lubos na nasisiyahan sa suporta ng ating mga barangay kapitan. O nga pala, meron tayong mga senior officers na nandito ng Armed Forces, Lieutenant General Fred Rosario, Western Mindanao Command. Kasama niya si 1st Division Commander Major General Jean Ponyo. Nandito rin ang ating bagong tatag, baka hindi pa ninyo alam, Area Command, Police Area Command, Commander, Lieutenant General Chicks Malayo. Kasama ni Regional Director Police Brigadier General Franco Simborio. Mukhang hindi nakasunod yung ating mga Coast Guard at kumpleto sila. Kasama ni Secretary Tugadi dahil nakita naman ninyo sa programa kanina, 143 na seaports ang kanilang nabuksan na. Kaya sabi ni Secretary Tugadi, 143. I love you, Philippines. Totoo naman, napakadami. Nandito rin ang ating mga regional directors at mga kasama sa NTF-ELCAC. Palakpakan po natin lahat ng mga nandito ngayon. Ang pagdalo po ninyo sa pagtitipong ito ay patunay na binibigyan ninyo ng pagpapahalaga ang pangmatagalan, kapayapaan, at pagsulong na inklusibo, hindi lamang sa Region 9, kundi sa buong bansa. Hayaan nyo lang na ikwento ko ang isang anecdote na nangyari noong unang pagpupulong ng National Task Force ELCAC noong ipresenta namin yung National Action Plan sa ating Pangulo. Sa notebook po niya, sa kanyang sinusulatan, ay may dalawang salitang nakasulat. Kinuha ko po yon after the program, dalawang salita ang nakasulat. Good governance. Dalawang salitang simbolo ng kanyang pagiging mayor ng Davao City at siyang sagisag ng kanyang pagkapangulo ng ating bansa. Good governance. Gusto ko lang pong banggitin na ang good governance ay ang siyang ating framework ngayon sa ating layunin na mabuwag ang mga armadong grupo ng communist terrorist. Kung matatandaan po ninyo, idineklara ng Pangulo ang CPP-NPA na isang teroristang organization noong 2017. Pagkatapos na maputol ang peace talks dahil sa kanilang walang tigil na violent activities. At noong December 2018 naman ay nilagdaan ng ating Pangulo ang Executive Order number 70 na nagtatag ng National Task Force ELCAC. Masaya po akong i-anunsyo sa inyo na 3 taon na po tayo sa darating na Sabado, December 4, 2021. At magmula noon ay patuloy ang paglakas ng NTF-ELCAC. Ito ay sa pamamagitan ng 17 regional task forces na pinamumunuan ng mga Cabinet Officers for Regional Development and Security, or CORDS. Ang bawat region ay pinamumunuan ng isang CORDS. May 2 tayo dito, 3 kami, Secretary Dar, Cordillera, Region 9, Secretary Bautista, ako po sa Region 1. Taga doon po kami kung saan kami nagsisilbi. Si Secretary Bautista hindi taga rito, pero nagsilbi siyang division commander dito, kaya kabisado niya ang Zamboanga. Siya ang CORDS. Dito po sa Regional Task Force, nandito ang Regional Development Council at ang RPOC, joint, na pinagsama ng ating Pangulo. Joint na yung kanilang meeting. Nandiyan ang ating provincial task forces, municipal task forces, at barangay task forces. Na mayroon ding pinakikilos na 12 lines of efforts sa national at saka sa local level. And all these are actually leading towards ending the internal armed conflict and terrorism dito sa ating bansa. Gusto ko lamang pong ibalita sa inyo at alam kong kayong RPOC at RDC ay alam ninyo na ang communist terrorist group ay nangangarap pa ring mananalo daw sila. Ngunit noong 2016 to 2020-21 ay mayroon ng 1,953 na nasawi sa labanan sa hanay nila. At sa pamamagitan ng Enhanced Comprehensive Local Integration Program ay mayroon pang 3,844 na bumalik sa atin, nag-surrender. Kasama ng kanilang 19,000 na mass-based underground mass organizations at militia at iba-iba pang organisasyon na nagdala ng 2,573 firearms. Yun ba ang mananalo? At nito lamang October 30, winakasan na ng ating Armed Forces at Philippine National Police ang Reign of Terror ni Jorge Madlos alias Oris na dating namumuno sa National Operations Command ng NPA. Dito nakabase sa Mindanao. Sa October pa rin ay nadakip ang mga guerrilla front commanders ng Davao Oriental, North Cotabato at lahat ng liderato ng Cagayan Valley. Ngayon naman, dumako tayo sa Region 9. Taas noo pong i-report kanina na ang dalawang guerrilla front dito sa Zamboanga Peninsula ay lusaw na. Sabi nga ni Governor Yu, insurgency free na daw ang Zamboanga Peninsula. Sana nga. Sana nga. Para naman katulad na kayo ng Region 1. At Cordillera, malapit na rin. Kaya sa accomplishment ng ating RTF 9, palakpakan po natin si Secretary Bautista. Rolly. At sa ating adhikaing pagbabago at kaunlaran ay matagumpay nating naihatid ang mga pangunahing pangangailangan sa mga conflict-affected communities sa pamamagitan ng ginagawa ninyong serbisyo karaban at ang Barangay Development Program. Sa mga proyekto ng Barangay Development Program, mayroong 86 na proyekto na kasalukuyang pinapatupad sa 34 na barangays na nalinis natin sa influence ng CPP-NPA mula 2016 to 2019. At para naman sa taong 2022, may 39 na mga barangays naman na magiging beneficiaries ng BDP. At mabuti na lang, nandito ang ating mga congressman. Alam nyo naman kung anong nangyari sa Senado. Mukhang binabawasan nila, kaya kayo ang aming makakatulong dahil parang nasa bicameral conference committee yata kayo, kasama ni Senator Bongo. Dahil sa BDP ay natatanaw na natin na nagbabago ang sitwasyon sa ating mga kanayunan. Dahil dito ay tunay ngang isang matagumpay ang taong ito para sa atin. Hindi lamang sa Zamboanga Peninsula, kundi pati na rin sa ibang mga rehiyon kung saan kumikilos ang NTF-ELCAC. Nakikita na natin ang resulta ng pagkakaisang layunin ng gobyerno at sambayanan. Naging isang produktibong taon ito para sa ating lahat. Hindi na sayang ang ating pagsusumikap sapagkat natatanaw na natin ang tagumpay na matagal nang mithiin ng bawat komunidad. At ito yung pag-angat ng kanilang buhay at masiguro ang isang tahimik at maunlad na pamayanan. Kaya nagpapasalamat ako sa mga gobernador, mga mayor, punong barangay at iba pang mga kasapi sa lokal na pamahalaan sa inyong walang sawang pagpapakita ng suporta sa NTF-ELCAC. Ang inyong suporta ay pagpapatunay na ang Barangay Development Program ay may malaking tulong sa pagpapaunlad sa ating mga komunidad na dating impluensyado ng CPP-NPA. Napaka-importante po ang Barangay Development Program. Ngunit tandaan natin na ang Barangay Development Program ay isa lamang sa mga karagdagang programa ng gobyerno. Karagdagan doon sa mga malalaking programa na tulad ng Build. Yung ating free tuition fee sa tertiary education. Yung ating free irrigation. Ngayon lang naman nangyari yan. Yung ating enhanced 4Ps, yung ating universal healthcare, yung ating laban sa illegal drugs, at siyempre pa yung ating anti-corruption campaign. Diyan po napapaloob ang Barangay Development Program, kasama sa malalaking mga programa ng gobyerno. And so, at this point, let us all thank the President for his leadership and chairmanship and commandership. Let us thank him for leading the whole of nation approach in the delivery of good governance, all towards fulfilling his promise of a better life for all Filipinos. Ipagpatuloy po natin ang mahusay na pamamahala sa ilalim ng tatak ng ating Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Good governance, mahusay na pamamahala. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay tayong lahat. Mabuhay ang Pangulo. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Thank you, Secretary Esperon. At this point, may we respectfully report to the President that earlier this afternoon, the regional offices of line agencies presented their accomplishments, and that certain project or program awards and benefits were distributed to the beneficiaries of the ELCAC program. Accordingly, may we invite everyone's attention on screen for an audio-visual presentation on the highlights of the activities during the preliminary NTF-RTF ELCAC meeting conducted earlier this afternoon. Thank you and congratulations to the ELCAC beneficiaries. At this point, may we report to the President that certain government agencies will turn over programs and assistance to ELCAC beneficiaries. First off, the Department of Trade and Industry has provided about 3,900 beneficiaries of the 31.13 million worth of livelihood seeding program, Negosyo Serbisyo sa Barangay. This program aims to provide assistance to the marginalized sectors of society, such as the indigenous peoples, former rebels, and displaced individuals due to conflict or war. Shown on screen is an AVP of the DTI showing the distribution of negosyo kits to the beneficiaries under the livelihood seeding program, Negosyo Serbisyo sa Barangay, or LSP-NSB. For this, may we call on stage DTI Secretary Ramon M. Lopez and OIC Regional Director Alzamir Lipae to hand over the negosyo kit worth 8,000 pesos to Ms. Elsa Luna, a representative of the 3,900 beneficiaries of this program. Accordingly, may we respectfully request the President to join the ceremonial turnover of government assistance from the Department of Trade and Industry to ELCAC beneficiaries in Region 9. Thank you. Second, the Department of Agriculture will turn over certificates of award under its Rice Farmers Financial Assistance Program and certificates of award for certain completed or for establishment infrastructure projects under the Philippine Rural Development Project. May we call on stage Secretary William Dar of the Department of Agriculture and Regional Executive Director Rod Don Cedeño of DA Region 9 to assist the President in the turnover of the certificates of award to the following local government units. To receive the certificates of award in behalf of Zamboanga del Norte, may we call on stage Governor Roberto Uy to receive the assistance worth 116 billion under the Rice Farmers Financial Assistance Program and the completed infrastructure projects worth 149 million. Thank you. To receive the certificate of award in behalf of Zamboanga del Sur, may we call on stage Governor Victor Yu to receive the assistance worth 127 million under the Rice Farmers Financial Assistance Program and the completed infrastructure project worth 206 million. Thank you. To receive the certificate of award in behalf of the Municipality of Rizal, Zamboanga del Norte, may we call on stage Mayor Fiona Marie Manigsaca with Representative Romeo Halosos Jr. to receive the certificate of award for establishment of infrastructure project worth 131 million. Thank you. Lastly, to receive the certificate of award in behalf of the municipality of Mabuhay, Zamboanga, Sibugay, may we call on stage Mayor Edre Luisa Calonge to receive the certificate of award for completed infrastructure project worth 139 million. Thank you. At this point, may we call on Secretary Rolando Joselito Bautista, the Cabinet Officer for Regional Development and Security for Region 9, for his message and presentation on the regional development and security in Region 9.
Pangulong Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Senator Bongo, Kalihim June Esperon, Governor Victor Yu, mga kapwa ko public servants, mga ginang at ginoo, Assalamualaikum, buenas noches, mayong gabi. Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. Mayor, ang ulat ko ngayon ay ilan lamang sa mga mahalagang accomplishments ng Administrasyong Duterte dito sa Zamboanga Peninsula. Sa gabing ito, nais kong ibahagi ang mga nagawa natin sa Zamboanga Peninsula alinsunod sa Philippine Development Plan 2017 to 2022, batay sa 0 to 10-point socio-economic agenda ng ating Pangulo na binubuo ng mga sumusunod. Attaining just and lasting peace, ensuring security, public order and safety, expanding economic opportunities, reducing vulnerability of Filipinos, accelerating infrastructure development, at ensuring ecological integrity. Sa aspeto ng attaining just and lasting peace, pinaigting ng AFP at PNP ang masusing pagsasagawa ng law enforcement operations. Sa kasalukuyan, mayroon ng mahigit 600 firearms ang nasamsam at mahigit 600 rebelde na ang nagbalik loob sa nakaraang 5 taon. Mahigit 5 communist terrorist group guerrilla fronts, 2 regional committee guerrilla units, at 1 regional urban committee ang nalipol mula 2016 hanggang 2021. Wala na ring naitalang CTG-affected barangay sa rehiyon. Patuloy na unti-unti nang napupuksa ang banta ng communist terrorist groups sa Zamboanga Peninsula. Noong Hulyo 2021, mayroong 4 na lungsod, 77 munisipyo at higit 1,400 barangay sa Zamboanga Peninsula ang nagdeklarang persona non grata sa mga komunistang grupo. Ang resulta, bumaba sa 2 ang violent activities ng communist terrorist groups ngayong 2021 mula sa 17 noong 2017. Sa taong ding ito ay 1 lamang ang naitalang violent incident mula sa hanay na may kaugnayan sa mga teroristong grupo. Mayroon namang higit 300 former rebels o FRs ang nagbalik loob simula 2016 sa tulong ng 1st Infantry Tabak Division at PNP Regional Office 9. 76 na FRs din ang na-appoint sa Kapbu at 2 FRs naman ang na-enlist sa Philippine Army. Patuloy naman ang pagsasagawa ng AFP ng iba't ibang training para sa FRs patungkol sa sustainable livelihood at maging sa values formation. Ang DSWD ay nagbigay rin ng livelihood settlement grants na umabot sa higit 2,700,000 piso para sa 100 former rebels. 3 halfway houses na rin sa lahat ng probinsya ng Zamboanga Peninsula ang nabuksan ngayong 2021. 34 na barangay ang nakinabang sa Barangay Development Program o BDP ngayong 2021. Sila ay tumanggap ng tig 20 milyong piso upang suporta sa BDP. Sa pangkabuuan, ang rehiyon ay nakatanggap ng 680 milyong piso. May 85 programa at proyekto na ipatutupad sa mga barangay na ito. 68 proyekto naman ang ongoing, kabilang ang mga farm-to-market roads, health stations at water stations. Samantala, 39 na barangay naman ang inendorso sa NTF-ELCAC upang mapagkalooban ng BDP sa susunod na taon. Sa kabila ng planong pagbawas sa budget ng NTF-ELCAC para sa BDP sa taong 2022, umaasa pa rin ang lokal na pamahalaan at mga apektadong mamayan na makamit ang pondong ito para matugunan ang kanilang mga pangunahing pangangailangan. Sa aspeto naman ng seguridad, kaayusan at kaligtasan, tumaas sa 86.3% mula sa 47.2% ang crime solution efficiency rate ng law enforcement agencies sa rehiyon. 12 criminal groups na nagsasagawa ng kidnap or ransom activities ang nagdakip sa rehiyon. Dahil dito, ang dating laganap na kidnapping ay nasugpo na at wala ng mga bagong insidente. Mayroon din 200 criminal personalities na nahuli at mahigit 200 firearms ang nasamsam. Ang PNP Region 9 ay patuloy sa pagtupad ng kanilang tungkulin upang pangalagaan ang kaligtasan ng mamayan mula sa mga banta ng kriminalidad at droga. Ito ay sa pamamagitan ng pagpapalawig ng police presence, masusing law enforcement operations at crime solution. Hindi may kakaila na ang kaunlaran ay nakaugnay sa kaayusan at kapayapaan. Dahil sa pagbaba ng insurgency at krimen, umangat ang pamumuhay ng mga taga-Sampen. Sa aspeto ng pagpapalawak ng mga oportunidad na pang-ekonomiya, nagkaroon na ang mas maraming pagkakataon ang mga mamayan na makakuha ng trabaho. Mula sa employment rate na 96.1% noong 2016, ang employment rate ay tumaas sa 96.3% noong 2019. Bagaman sa gitna ng pandemya ay bumaba ito sa 90.91%, kasalukuyan naman itong bumabawi at ngayon ay nasa 95.2%. Mayroon namang mahigit 400 micro, small and medium enterprises ang nasuportahan noong 2020 at mahigit 274 naman sa taong ito. Sa sektor ng transportasyon, pangkalakal at pangserbisyo, ilang major projects ang isinagawa sa rehiyon. Kabilang na rito ang mga sumusunod. Sa usaping transportasyon hubs, mayroong 11 pandagat, 6 na panghipapawid, at 28 sa lupa ang nakumpleto sa loob ng 5 taon. Sa telecommunications, mahigit 400 telecommunication facilities na ang kasalukuyang nagagamit ng rehiyon mula sa lampas 300 lamang noong 2016. At sa infrastruktura naman, ang mga major projects sa rehiyon ay ang Zamboanga City Bypass Road na may habang higit sa 36 na kilometro, pinalawak at pinamagandang runway at graded shoulder ng Pagadian Airport Pero base po sa report ni Secretary Art Ogade ay talagang maraming mga proyekto ang nagawa dito sa Region 9. Sa larangang pangkalusugan, 32 ambulansya ang naipamahagi na nagkakahalaga ng 80 milyong piso. Mayroon ding naipatayong 84 na health service facilities sa buong rehiyon. Kabilang na ang 2 treatment and rehabilitation centers na nagkakahalaga ng lampas 600 milyong piso. Sa kasalukuyan, mayroon namang mahigit 60 ospital at 8 malasakit centers sa Sampen ang operasyonal. At mahigit 1,700,000 PhilHealth cards na ang naipamigay para matugunan ang pangangailangang medikal ng mga mamamayan. Bagamat maging malaking hamon ang COVID-19 sa bansa, iba't ibang ahensya ang nagpatupad ng mga mitigation programs upang maiangat ang ating mga kababayan sa krisis na hinaharap. Mahigit 2 bilyong piso cash subsidy ang naibigay sa mahigit 400,000 pamilya sa ilalim ng Social Amelioration Program ng DSWD. Ang pondo sa pagbabago at pag-asenso naman ng DTI ay nagbigay tulong sa mahigit 700 negosyanteng naapektuhan ng lockdown, dala ng COVID-19 pandemic. Samantalang ang Livelihood Seeding Program, negosyo-serbisyo sa barangay, ay nakatulong sa mahigit 14,000 individual sa halos 200 barangay. Ang DOLE naman ay nakapaghatid na ng iba't ibang assistance tulad ng camp, tupad, DILP, AKAP, SPS at tabang OFW sa mahigit 100,000 individual at sa kabuuan ay nagkakahalaga ito ng 764 na milyong piso. Sa ngayon, naitala ng rehiyon ang 85% COVID recovery rate. Mayroon namang halos 2 milyong katao na ang nabakunahan na sa buong Sampen. Inaasahang lampas 3 milyon at 700 individual ang kabuang bilang na mababakunahan sa rehiyon. Alinsunod sa utos ng Pangulo, nagkaroon ng vaccination days sa iba't ibang lugar sa Sampen. Naitala na may mahigit 400,000 katao ang nabakunahan sa loob ng 3 araw mula Nobyembre 29 hanggang Disyembre 1, 2021. Mahigit kumulang na 72% mula sa regional target ng DOH ang nabakunahan sa Zamboanga Peninsula. Although tumigil na po, natapos na po yung vaccination days, marami pa rin po tayong mga vaccination centers ang tumuloy at bukas para po sa mga kababayan nating gustong mag-avail ng vaccination. Sa aspeto ng edukasyon, nakapamahagi na rin ang pamahalaan ng iba't ibang scholarship, grants at assistance sa mga mag-aaral sa rehiyon. Sa mga financial programs para sa higher education, mahigit 160,000 college students ang nakatanggap ng UniFast at tertiary education subsidy. Sa mga programa naman sa technical education, may lampas 33,000 individual na ang nabigyan ng private education, student financial assistance at sumailalim sa training for work scholarship program. Bumaba naman ang dami ng kababayan nating naghihirap mula 29.6% noong 2015 patungong 25.4% na lamang noong 2018. Sa pamamagitan din ng Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program o For Peace, natulungan nating itaas ang antas ng pamumuhay ng mga nasa rehiyon. Mahigit 1.2 milyong pamilya ang naserbisyuhan at pinamahagian ng 26 na bilyong piso para dito. Sa unang 2 taon pa lamang sa ilalim ng Administrasyong Duterte, malaking pagbabago na ang naganap sa pagtugon sa kahirapan. Inaasahan natin na tuloy pa ang pagbaba ng poverty incidence sa Sampen hanggang sa susunod na taon. Sa kasalukuyan, itinataguyod din ang National Greening Program bilang sagot sa mga negatibong epekto ng climate change at mga natural hazards. Higit 70 milyong seedlings na ang naitanim sa mahigit 60,000 ektarya ng lupa sa rehiyon ng Zamboanga. Tinatayang nasa 2 bilyon na ang kabuuang halaga ng proyekto sa 5 taong implementasyon nito. Nagkaroon din tayo ng mining industry development at mineral resources development programs, din ang DNR Region 9. Sa ilalim ng pamuno ni Pangulong Duterte mula 2016 hanggang kasalukuyan, ang Region 9 ay naging mas payapa at masagana. Patunay dito ang pagbaba ng insurgency at crime statistics. Mas ramdam na ang ginhawa at pag-unlad dahil sa mga infrastructure projects. Mas dumami rin ang mga oportunidad na pang-ekonomiya at tuluyan ng bumaba ang poverty incidence. Sa kabila ng pandemya, ramdam pa rin ang pamamalasakit ng gobyerno at patuloy ang tulong at serbisyo sa mamayan. Ang Zamboanga Peninsula ay inyong maasahan na nakatuon sa ating hangarin ng isang matatag, maginhawa at panatag na buhay para sa lahat. Bilang pagtatapos, kami ay lubos na nagpapasalamat sa mga sumusuporta at tumutulong sa pagsusulong ng Zamboanga Peninsula tungo sa kaunlaran at kapayapaan. Higit sa lahat, maraming salamat sa pamumuno ng ating Pangulong Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Hindi po kayo malilimutan ng mga kababayan natin dito sa Zamboanga Peninsula. Tinuruan niyo po kaming mga public servants kung paano magserbisyo na galing sa puso. Padayon, Region 9, mabuhay ang Republika ng Pilipinas.
Thank you, Secretary Bautista. May we invite again everyone's attention on screen for an audiovisual presentation prepared by the RTF-ELCAC 9 to express their gratitude to our President.
The Regional Task Force in Zamboanga Peninsula is winning the war against communist insurgency. 5 guerrilla fronts, 2 regional operational command units, and 1 regional urban committee have been dismantled. Since 2019, 129 rebels gave up their arms and now enjoy hopeful lives reunited with their families. Zamboanga del Sur and Zamboanga Sibugay, once known to have communist terrorist-infested barangays, are now finally insurgency-free due to the concerted efforts of the military, RTF-ELCAC members, and the local government units. The CTGs still have limited presence in Zamboanga del Norte, but the military believes it is only a matter of time before it too can finally be declared insurgency-free. To sustain these gains and prevent the resurgence of communist groups, government agencies in Region 9 remain focused in bringing social services in the areas once known only for the presence of communist terrorists, poverty, and inequities through President Duterte's Executive Order No. 70. The goal is to end the insurgency by providing the people with the services they have been clamoring for so long. The first RTF-ELCAC Convergence Summit was held in May 2019 with CORD's 9 Secretary, Rolando Joselito Bautista. The interventions began with a series of local peace talks that resulted in a number of rebels returning to the folds of the law. The Zamboanga Peninsula Areas for Peace and Development, or ZAPD, was launched in November 2019 in Lapuyan, Zamboanga del Sur. With this program, 86 poor, geographically isolated, and conflict-vulnerable barangays are given special focus for government intervention through a convergence of efforts. The RTF-ELCAC 9 leadership with the 3 provincial governors realized that these programs must be sustained to stop social issues so residents will have no reason to support the insurgency. In the same year, a series of serbisyo caravans were done in areas once infiltrated by CTGs. The caravans brought information and updates about numerous government programs and services that residents could benefit from. One of the reasons why some sectors, especially the IPs, are deceived by the CPP-NPA-NDF is because they seldom feel the government's presence amidst their poverty. But the caravans have become a milestone to ensure that government services will continue to serve them no matter where they live. These caravans and community engagements continued even during the pandemic with the due adherence to health protocols. It was during the pandemic when a former rebel summit was held in Zamboanga, Sibugay. The ECLIP and Amnesty program, which provides them with livelihood and housing assistance along with the other programs, were introduced. The former rebels are hopeful to be reintegrated into society as peace-loving and productive citizens. NTF-ELCAC Executive Director and NCIP Chair Secretary Alan Capuyan visited IP communities in September 2020 and conducted an information drive to inform them about the dangers of CTG ideologies, but more importantly, about their rights as IPs. He emphasized the importance of information at the grassroots level to empower the IPs who are known for their vulnerability to CTG recruitment and false ideologies. During the regional conference on Peace and Development in May 2021, IPs and other sectors that include farmers, women, and youth identified issues in their communities needing government attention. They drafted the Regional Peace and Development Agenda, which is seen to address poverty and inequities in their communities. Local officials are more responsive to the need of their constituents now more than ever. They pour in local resources to support EO70. More chief executives are now vocal against the atrocities of the CTGs. As a result, their constituents have become more empowered to speak their minds as to their needs and difficulties.
Among natagamtaman ang mga kaayuhan, proyekto nga naabot diri sa Barangay Lison Valley.
Naut nga kunta kini tayo nga programa mapadayon aron nga mapuslan pa sa uban nga mga tawo nga pa makahimulos.
Pagkakaroon na tagami pagtagad sa kabukiran. So malipayo na kayo. Salamat kayo sa programa ni Presidente Duterte.
On the controversy regarding Barangay Development Program or BDP funds, residents from 34 barangays have petitioned the senators to continue its funding. They know this is the only way to address the lack of services and infrastructures such as farm-to-market roads, schools, and health centers, projects which they themselves identified. They have been suffering inequities for too long, and they believe that it is only under this administration that their cries were finally heard.
Walo ka suba ang among tabukon, usa mo abot sa lungsod. Kung dunay manganak, dunay malubaan, dunay mapusilan diri, mao nang gilayuna ang among pagahaykon. Nagpasalamat kaayo mi sa gobyerno sa kahimtang karon nga among naangkon kay naabot ang kuryente, naabot ang karsada, o daghang kaayong kaayuhan ang among nadawat.
As the people's eyes have been opened to the atrocities of the CTGs, the government is ensuring that services long overdue will be felt by the people.
Samtang ga-eskwela ko sa grade 7, pag backline ako, gikan dire padung sa Marapong, 2 ka oras. Pagkahapon, balik ko 2 gyapon ka oras, kauban akong mga barkada. Karon na ayo na ang dalan. Pasayahay na. Pasalamat ko sa gobyerno na nahinumduman niya ang among dalan kay katabang.
Barangay Information Officers Networks have been established to help in the dissemination of the developmental information to the grassroots and also as a medium for residents to reach out to their government.
Sukat karon rin hitabo ang ahensya sa gobyerno ni Santas Bukid na wala man presidente si Duterte di mahitabo rin.
Nagpasalamat kog dako sa atong gobyerno. Daghan kaayong
Salamat, President Rodrigo Duterte.
Salamat kanimo, President Duterte.
With these developments, even the IP family living in the farthest barangays in the region can finally say, "Ramdam ko ang pagbabago." Salamat sa ating Pangulo.
Thank you, ELCAC 9. Once again, a round of applause. And now, may we call on Secretary Rolando Joselito Bautista, Cabinet Officer for Regional Development and Security for Region 9, to please introduce our guests of honor.
Mga binibini, ginang at ginoo, ang Pangulo sa Republika ng Pilipinas, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Thank you, kindly. Sito. Before I would read the prepared speech, this is not mine, it's the work of the girls there. Magsalita lang ako ng konti. I can finish this in about 2.5 minutes. So maghihila ako sa inyo mga 5 minutes to talk about what's in my heart. RTF-ELCAC Cabinet Officer for Regional Development and Security and Social Worker and Development, Secretary Rolando Joselito Bautista. NTF-ELCAC Vice Chairman and National Security Advisor Hermogenes Esperon Jr. Agriculture Secretary William Dar, sir. Thank you for your service. The focus work that you did for the Zamboanga Peninsula. I understand it's about 1 billion na ibinuhos mo dito. At salamat naman. Trade and Industry Secretary Ramon Lopez, a very hard-working government worker. Director General for TESDA Isidro La Peña, Sid. Senator Bongo. Ano ba talaga mong tatakbo ka o hindi? Well, I would like to off the cuff. I mean, you have made a lot of people sad than happy. We respect your decision. Lalo na kung pamilya, wala na tayong magawa dyan. Deputy Speaker and Zamboanga del Sur First District Representative Divina Gracia Yu, ma'am. Zamboanga City First District Representative Cesar Jimenez Jr., sir. Zamboanga Sibugay Second District Representative Dulce Ann Hofer, ma'am. Zamboanga del Norte Second District Representative Luna Labad-Labad, Zamboanga del Norte First District Representative Romeo Halusos Jr. Yes, sir. Zamboanga del Sur Governor Victor Yu. Zamboanga del Norte Governor Roberto Oy. Sir. Zamboanga Sibugay Vice Governor Ray Andre Oligario. Zamboanga City Mayor Maria Isabel Climaco Salazar, being the ever-charming and smiling City Mayor. Tuwingag Municipal Mayor Juan Joel, wala dito. Kaya pala nahirap ako mag-pronounce kasi wala dito. Ipil Municipal Mayor Anamel Oligario, Labangan Municipal Mayor Eduardo Relacion, Lakewood Municipal Mayor Domingo Mirar, actually others pronounce it Leon, but it's Leon Postigo, Municipal Mayor Aidaros Hambali, Mabuhay Municipal Mayor Edri Luisa Calong, Idsalip Municipal Mayor Eduardo Elmer Soronio, Naga Municipal Mayor Rino de los Reyes, Rizal Municipal Mayor Fiona Marie Maning Saka. 3 pages yung sinali na sana nyo lahat ng barangay, pati yung mga NPA doon, no? Salay Municipal Mayor Jarvis Acosta o Harvest Acosta, Sindangan Mayor Rosendo Labad-Labad, Sir. Tigbao Municipal Mayor Ilyasar Carcalias, Quipos Municipal Vice Mayor Genovel Orais Laming, Western Mindanao Commander Lieutenant General Alfredo Rosario. Sir, my fellow workers in government, mga kababayan, kaning pakigbisog sa armado, sa pakigbisog sa gobyerno, 50 going 54 years. Bot pasabot ang katong nangataw karon, hantod karon, antuso nila ang kagubot sa Pilipinas. Gihimo na namo ang tanan. Ako, pagka-presidente nako, I tried to reach out. Ikabot ko para lang makig-ariglo unta. Nagkuha ko mga komunista, gipalingkod nako sa kabinete over the objections of the military and the police. Giingnan nako sila nga, sir, tagay lang kog panahon nga basig maariglo nako. So I ordered the release of the leaders sa komunista, si pagpabilin ron ko si ang Tiamson spouses. Mo'y gadala sa ideology sa sulod. Ako yung nagpa-release nila kay gusto lang kong makig-amigo sa mga komunista and to start the talks. Nagkuha kong tulok ka komunista, gipalingkod na ako sa kabinete again. Sabi ko, para lang na ako'y kaistorya mga komunista nga makasabot unta So, tulogid ka buok. Puro komunista. Giapil na ko sa panggoberno. Ang ubang military, sabot. Pero, nako, kani kinahang dili ni pwedeng gera. Look at this ELCAC now. Tanaw kung sa'y resulta. Dili man yun nato ni matapos og patay. Karon ang inyong kinabuhi sig-asa dagan dito dagan dire. Ang ako na alang piminsahe sa inyong kauban. 54 years nga wala goy natagamtam ang katawhan sa Pilipinas o kahamugay nga kinabuhi. Ang kadaghanang nangamatay nga kaserbisyo sa gobernong sibilyan ang gipang-ihaw ang mga barangay captains. O ano na kaso ng sa military o police. O nag-natural enemy man ta diha. Pero kamong naa diha sa tarong ni gawas na, pakidala lang ng mensahe doon sa kabila. Na wala kapuslanan. Nag-istorya may ni season as a sign of good faith. Dito pa sa Malacañang. For the first time, ang mga liderato sa komunista, gipapanihapon ako sa Malacañang. Way mahitabo, kay ang kuan good nila. Ang sabot good nako, gusto mo coalition government. Dili yun na pwede. Ug muna'y inyong pangayoon, magira kita hantod sa hantod. You have to give up. Buhiin ang inyong armas, ingna sila, makikistorya ko. Balay, magpabuhat og balay, tanang nag-surrender, gwapog mga balay, hinimo sa housing authorities. Tanan, na ako yung mga 1,000, sa Davao na ako'y almost 1,000. Naapod ang military, pero gibuwag lang na ako. Mas duol-duol lang sila sa siyudad, ang military o pulis, ng balay. Ang inyong mga comrades nga ni surrender, dito gipadaplin ako sa bukid. Harog mausab inyong hunahuna, ngubalik mo sa kalihukan, dool na lang pagtago. Wa na kaayo'y problema. Pero mo gihapoy resulta, unsa may na. Ako nang gibuhat ang tanan. To date ay almost 100,000 hectares. Gikuha na akong issue ng reforma sa yuta. Di naman ninyo magamit. Kaya ako kasigi kong panghatag o yuta. Tanang nasa gobyerno, sabi ko, you give it to sa inyo. Ngano, o niya sa kabutang. Ako, nagpasalamat ko nga anak kong pobre. Kay matugad na ko, I can fathom ug unsay paradigm sa usa ka komunista. Pagbag-o. Ako giingnan tamo ni adto ba kay amigo man me. Mo bitaw na makig-istorya ko. Ina ko, drop the arms, buhi ang armas, muuban ko ninyo og politikanhong pakigbisog. I will join ni adto. Kami ni Bebot Bello ang una nagsugod. Kami ray, ako, Mayor Bebot, Secretary of Justice, Bebot Bello. Pero kami itong unang mga membro sa bayan. Ang problema, pag-abot sa panahon, nalain ang istorya sa sulod. But no longer really a peaceful approach, but they wanted, in the end, a coalition government. You know, in this country, democracy ni. if you want to be in government or want to serve the people with government, you must be an elected leader. And after that, kanang mga tao are appointed by the elected leaders, mo na mo trabaho na, o tawag o bureaucracy. So, wala tayo panamingog coalition government na diretso lang to share power. Impossible. It can never happen in a million years. Ako, di ko masugot. Mutong-untang ako nga naitrabaho, na inyong balay, ready, or may masulti. If you want houses, I'll construct. Daghang ko, napa ko yung mga bakante, basig asa. Gibuhat ko na, parang na mo surrender, basig asa. Gusto mo balhin o region, o dito ka, para maglikay sa mga kauban. Muna nang akong morning ELCAC. Para gini sa tao, I really do not know why there is no movement in the mainstream sa atong panggoberno nga we have totally abandoned actually how to do it. Sige lang tag yung mga komunista muna yung magigbisog atong ariglohon, but there was no concrete or substantial movement. Karon ang ELCAC, and you must give credit to my national security advisor, si Esperon. Kada sulti niya na ako daw ako, iyagod na. I mean, we discussed this, but the legwork of all of these things and the honor and distinction belongs to Secretary Esperon. Iyan muna iyang contribution siguro. Kaya na ako nga gusto na ko by the time that I go out of the presidency, tanang proyekto tapos. So marag nakuha na ko, I think I'll be able to deliver most of my promises. Ang number one yun na ang law and order. Diha yung ko tawag ko ni mga Binisaya, mantas. Labi na yun ang droga. You know, these are the things that makit mindungan niya akong may mao dahil giprisuhon siya sa International Court of No, I am a Filipino. I did it not for me. I never claimed credit or said that I'm doing this for me and my family. Killing. Anong makukuha ako sa killing? Why? Would it benefit my pocket? Would it improve my quality of life na pagkatapos kong pagka-presidente? Ayoko na lang magsalita. But ginawa ko ito lahat para sa Pilipino. Wala yung para sa pamilya. Wala akong makuha dyan. Ginawa ko kasi trabaho ko. I promise it, you know, during even during the presidential debates, you have noticed that 5 lang. Law and order, lalo na yung droga. Tapos yung corruption, nandyan talaga yan. Any administration for that matter. But kung ma-minimize mo, I have dismissed about, ayaw ko kasi yung maghambog doon sa, I just do it alone. Kung malaman ng military, okay. Pag wala, okay rin. have dismissed, sabi ko lang 500 government worker. Corruption. Pero hindi mo talaga maubos. Then sabi ko, yung may pera, I was not sure what would be in store for me na pera when I become president. Sa awa ng Diyos, I got the most of my, alam mo, lahat ito sila dito, puro bright yan. Kinuha ko talaga yung, gutom na ba kayo? O sandali lang, you just swallow, lunin mo muna hangin, medyo pang ano, saan na ba ako? Nawala tuloy. Itong matanda na. Alam mo, ayaw ko lang sabihin kasi it might not be proper. But busy talaga ako kanina pa. Yung camera. Sabihin mo sa gagong yan, ito, focus niya sa magaganda. Kaya kikita namin. Sabi ko, gaganda ng Zamboanga talaga. Hindi lang, not only the flowers are beautiful, but tignan mo si Beng, simple lang. Marami kang magagandang constituents. Palit tayo balang araw. Subukan mo namang Davao, ako dito, bago ako mamatay. Nakalimutan ko yung puta. Yung ginawa ko para sa ilan lang yung presidential, about 5 or 6. Na-deliver ko lahat. Hindi na kumpleto. Crime and punishment, it goes on forever. Panahon pa ni Jesu Cristo, po tayong katabi ni Jesu Cristo, kawatan. Kaya nga, lansang sa cross. Pero yung trabaho ng police, pati military, lalo na dito sa mga it's really geared towards attaining a peaceful region ang gusto namin. Yun, ako ay yun ang ano ko, yung pag hinakit ko lang sa komunista because I tried over the maraming military sa sa cabinet ko, almost half. Puro bright ito sila. Esperone, student sa National High School pa, bright. Hindi, valedictorian ka. Ito si he was a soldier sa Davao noon. Doon kami nagkilala. Lahat lang sila halos dumaan ng yung mga military na yan nasa cabinet, dumaan ng Davao. Hindi yan taga Davao. Nakilala ko lang. Lorenzana. Lorenzana, alam mo kung sino sabi sa akin? Sabi niya, alam mo yan si Lorenzana, valedictorian namin yan. Saan? Sa Notre Dame, sa Cotabato. Almost yung kabinete ko, puro, lahat, Midaldia, puro valedictorian, salutatorian. Yung mga, si Secretary La Peña was my chief of police. We are okay. Makita ko minsan, mag-meeting kami, tinitignan ko yung mga cabinet members ko, Peña. So, sabi ko, puro valedictorian, puro ako, 75 lang. 7 years ako sa high school, sa awa ng Diyos. Kaya sabi ng anak ko, si Kitty, pa, sabihin mo nga dyan sa matanda na cabinet member mo. Kung sino? Yan, sino ba yan? Si Briones. Sabi ko, bakit? Sabi niya, sabihin mo nga, bakit niya hinabaan yung K-12 na kayo noon okay man? Ikaw na mayor. Sabi ko, nak, magdahan-dahan ka lang kay ang tatay mo, ang original K-12. Totoo yan. Hanggang 75 lang ako. Totoo. Honestly. Ordinaryo ang utak ko. Kaya, nandito lahat. William Daris, a terrific worker. Nandito yung si Bongo lang ang medyo, kaya sige, isip dyan. Now let me read my speech. Pagadian City Mayor Samuel Co. Yes, sir. Western Mindanao Area Commander Lieutenant General Jose Chiquito Malayo. Sir. Your presence here affirms your strong commitment to join forces and resolve communist insurgency for the greater good of our people. I thank all of the officials and members of the Joint National Task Force and Regional Task Force to end local communist armed conflict here in Region 9 for dedicating and risking their lives to put an end to this decade-long insurgency problem that has curtailed development in the countryside. Yung gusto magpunta sa malalaking korporasyon, San Miguel, gusto sila magtayo ng mga factory geared for agricultural. Paano nandyan yung makasama inyong magkauban, amonhibaw mo, mangayo, pag di kahatag, sunugon, na iuban on their own volition would give. Ang others would resist mo nang gubunin yung distraction. So it has timed na nakastrate ang the entire program of government. Walay makasulod tungod na ang mga komunista. Dili gyud ta mo lambo. We will never find development and progress. I hold this as an article of faith that without law and order, a community, a barangay can never progress and develop. Muna ako ikabilin nyo, just sleep on it. Katulgin ninyo, guna-hunaan ninyo, para maka-convey mo sa akong message nga to sa inyong mga kauban. Clearly, you have brought significant improvements in the governance fight against communist insurgency through the implementation of the whole-of-nation approach and the delivery of basic services in conflict-affected areas and vulnerable communities. I thus enjoin all local executives and community leaders to support this administration's campaign against illegal drugs, crime, and other lawless activities to achieve lasting peace and security. Muna akong ingon, wala yun tayo matila. You can scrape the bottom of our hopes. Wala kalinaw. Unya, sa totoo lang, kung iiwan mo lang sa police pati military, itong ang ilang trabaho is really to kill them. Pagdilipat yun sila. So after the killing, what's next? Walay programa ang gobyerno. Ugwa mo, well, you have to credit. He was the one who presented the plan. Si Secretary Isberon. Kaya naka-focus. Now, Congress, kasabot pwede ba palitan ninyo yung mga senador? Wala talaga eh. Sila yung itong original na, I think it was 19 billion. 28. Tapos, billion. Tapos ito, gituli nila. Wala. So, kailangan ma-restore yan. Ako, dalawang isip ko. Gusto ko talagang mag-retire. Pero the things evolving now, if we go with the same kanang mga tao, ilang mindset na why mahitabo, you have to elect new leaders, high time. Alis din nyo. Tinood, if you elect the same, wala lagi mahitabo. Istorya lang na, investigasyon na walay tunong. Basta lang kumalkal dyan at magapag-ano sa basigula god. Mangita o anomalya nga wala, mampod. Na, if there is no anomaly, they will create the anomaly for you and stretch the whole of the Senate's time for your personal appearance. Kaya nitong itong mataba na parang penguin, kalimutan, Gordon, sabihin mo, totoo man. Siya yung naghiram ng 86 billion. Naghiram ang SBM ng 146. Ang 86 napunta sa kanya. Hindi disallowed. Alam natin, gobyerno, when it is disallowed, meaning to say, it was not disbursed legally. Tapos, talo siya sa COA, went to Supreme Court, natalo siya. The judgment has become final and executory for 4 years. Hindi nila na final and executory. When you are tagged as yung disallowed, that is the civil name sa COA. In the realm of crimes, that is malversation of government funds. Now, try to elect that leaders. Hanggang hindi niya binayaran. Yan ang mga senador na sinasabi ko na maraming, huwag na lang tayo I know we have our respective parties. May mga sinasuportahan tayo commitments. But try to eliminate some. Maglagay kayo ng bago. Paski na hindi yung mga bright, yung ordinaryong tao lang. Mga valedictorian, ang valedictorian ng mga dito, General Peña, valedictorian dyan sa sige lagbali. Putang ina. Muna yun ay tabo, gobyerno. Kaya sige bali. O kwartas gobyerno. Simply stated. Di mo kasabot ang tawag disallowance. Sige, cash advance, sige bali. Kunya di nang bayad. Ako ayaw ko, pero they're trying to derail itong ELCAC eh. Kaya sabi ko, anong akong pagdagag senador, wala ko dyan. Pang ek-ek lang. Pero kung ganito ang takbo, I'll be forced to really run for senator. Baski kong number 10 ko, human naman ko. I've had my glories in life. The adulation, tapos na ako dyan. Hindi na ako ma-impress yung wala na, mga banda-banda, salubungin ka. Wala na yan. Does not mean to me. It mean nothing to me. Kaya lang itong pangyayari ngayon, itong takbo ng ating mga gusto naman i-amend yung Constitution, ayaw naman. Kaya ako, pag nasuya ako, you know that at one time, yung si General o Colonel, yung sa ospital, sa military, how siya yung paggawa. Sa galit ko, it was a command conference. All of the commanders of the military were there. Sa galit ko, na I thought that I had my back covered, sabi ko, bakit nangyari ito? So I was forced to tanggalin yung si Tolentino, I don't know if it was general or colonel. Tinanggal ko talaga, but during the command conference, binuhos ko talaga yung sentimento ko. Do you know that, sabi ko, if the Chief of the Army, Air Force, pati Navy, magtindig kayo, pati police, if you stand now, all of you, magtindig kayong apat, mag-resign ako. I'm giving up the presidency. Yun ang totoo yan. Nandyan mo yan sila, tanungin ninyo. Sa galit ko talaga na pati yung medisina ng sundalo, walang medisina, walang antibiotic infection, tapos maputol yung pa. Anak na. So, sabi ko, kung ganito lang naman pala, mag-resign na ako. What for? Magserbisyo ako ng pahirap ganito. You know, if any politician here is aiming for the presidency, I'm telling you, wag. Wag. Ang sisi mo na lang hanggang langit. Presidente ka, wala kang makuha. Except sweldo mo, 200. Ako naman, wala akong kasapalagan. Sweldo lang talaga ako. Yan ang presidency. Kwardyado ka pa. Hindi ka makagalaw. Tapos sabihin mo, punta ka doon. Sabihin na, wag yan sir, kay delikado dyan. O may gusto akong bisitahan na girl. Sabihin din nila na wag yan kasi hindi pa nalinis. Alam mo, mahilig talaga ako sa, hindi mahilig sa, not in the vulgar way. Mahilig ako magagandang babae. Kasi, yun lang ang makuha ko. Marami akong, kanina pa ako sigit tingin dyan. Kaya lang pag tingin sa akin, magtingin ako kunyari doon sa military. Yan lang man ang konsuelo natin. Tapos after this what? I retire and die. So what's the point of... Ngayon, kung mangurakot ka, 1 billion, easily, mag 1 billion, isang transaction lang yan, isang reclamation. Kung magkurakot ka, bilyonaryo ka. Ako, hindi ako ang kaligayahan ko lang magtingin ng maganda. Kaya kayo maganda dyan, huwag kayong umulis. Tagalog, huwag kayong umalis ka agad kayo. Magbaba ako dyan. Mag-shake hand lang ako. So ito, pag walang, I'm addressing now myself to the military. If you don't have the cooperation of the barangay and the people, mahirap talaga. You have to address first dito ka sa baba, huwag sa taas. Itong fighting, it's part of your everyday job. Dito ka talaga, because without the support, the Davao experience, pag hindi galing ang groundswell, hindi ka mag-umpisa sa tao, wala talaga. City mayor. Pag ang city mayor ayaw ng droga sa siyudad niya at ang chief of police sumunod doon talaga sa trabaho niya, walang droga. Walang mangyaring droga. Ayaw niya ng sugal, ayaw niya ng kalokohan, masunod. Pag sabi niya ganito, yan dapat. But it takes time to cultivate, propagate the response. Pag yung chief of police mo, yan, ayaw ko ng sugal. Lahat ng terorista, patayin mo. That's why I said, Tundruga, it is destroying my country. And it is destroying the youth of the land. Hindi tayo mayaman. Pag matanda tayo, wala tayong pag-ospital na 4 months, 5 months sa ospital ka. Pakainin ka, yung medisina mo, sila magbili. Kung mga lahat ng mga Pilipino, yung majority ng gingunggong, you are simply destroying my country. Kaya ako sabi ko sa International Criminal Court, if you destroy my country, I will kill you. Sigurado yan. If you destroy our children, yun lang naman ang pag-asa, pagtanda namin, yun na mag-alaga sa amin. Kung gawain ninyong gunggong, talagang patayin ko kayo. Yan, klaro-klaro yan. Just intended sa mga taong sige daw sabi patay. Totoo yan. Sirain mo bayan mo. I also call on the local chief executives of the Zamboanga Peninsula to harmonize your efforts in the fight against lawlessness and insurgency, and to support the government's key programs in achieving sustainable peace and progress. Yan lang naman ang ano dyan. Gamitin mo yung power mo, and I will back you up. Just like the military, sabi ko nga sa kanila, go out and destroy the apparatus of the drug syndicate. Hunt them down. They choose to fight you violently. Kill them. That's my order. Ako ang magsagot. But sabi ko, I will not face a tribunal ng mga puti. Putang ina ninyo. Magpunta sa Hague. Then they will try me. I will never allow that. I will face a Philippine court. before a Filipino judge. I will be prosecuted, so be it, by a prosecutor of which I was once upon a time, a fiscal. I will only allow that. And if I am convicted, it must be a Philippine court. And if I go to prison, munting lupa ako. Nung ka ako to face itong mga puti, who are you to judge us? Kala nila magpunta-punta sila dito. Demanda nila ako pagkatapos. Sabi ko, itong mga police military, I will assume full responsibility. I will be responsible for the acts they committed in line of duty. Ako ang magpakulong, hindi sila. We are confident of prevailing over the enemies of peace and order, even as we continue to address the many other challenges ahead of us. Be assured, we will rally behind you as we keep our motherland safe and secure for the sake of the entire Filipino nation. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this point, may we request the President, along with Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo, for a photo opportunity with the following individuals. For Batch 1, may we call on stage all the regional directors and assistant regional directors for a photo opportunity with the President.
Okay lang ma'am. Assist na po tayo. All the regional directors.
Once again, we call on stage all the regional directors and assistant regional directors for a photo opportunity with the President. For a second batch, may we call on stage the senior staff from regional line agencies for a photo opportunity. Please be ready po at the right side of the stage. And may we call on stage the senior staff from the region line agencies for a photo opportunity with the President. May we call on stage also the officials from the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Please be ready at the right side of the To all of our guests and participants, dinner is already available po at our dining area.
Sir, wag muna po. They cannot do extra movement. Bawal po. Basta nandito pa si President sa area, walang extra movement. Hindi po, bawal po. Bakit ang gulo nila? Dapat nakaupo pa to eh. Hindi to pwedeng nakatayo silang lahat.
Thank you. For batch 4, may we call on stage the officials from the Philippine National Police for a photo opportunity with the President. May we request po our guests and participants to please remain in your seats po once again. Please sit down po to our participants. Thank you. For batch 5, may we call on stage representatives of former rebels from Region 9 for a photo opportunity with the President.
Ulitin si senior staff kasi naunang
Okay, may we call on stage the senior staff from the regional line agencies for a photo opportunity with the President.
Nag-manage lang.
Go and go.
Thank you. Now may we call on the senior staff from regional line agencies, please, to have the photo opportunity with the President.
Dito po tayo sa basta.
Thank you. For batch 5, may we call on stage the representatives of former rebels from Region 9 for a photo opportunity with the President.
Awarded during the ELCAC. Wala na nag-bother doon. If pwedeng standby, may we request to standby.
May we request to stand by at the right side of the stage the beneficiaries of government's programs and projects that were awarded during the preliminary meeting of the NTF-ELCAC. All right, thank you so much. For batch 6, may we now call on stage the beneficiaries of government's programs and projects that were awarded during the preliminary meeting of the NTF-RTF ELCAC 9 earlier this afternoon.
Next na tayo. 7.
For batch 7, may we call on stage the incumbent vice mayors and barangay chairpersons from Region 9. Once again, on stage, the incumbent vice mayors and barangay chairpersons from Region 9. Okay, for batch 8, may we call on the following incumbent officials. Batch 7, may we call on stage the incumbent vice mayors and barangay chairpersons from Region 9.
Kasi pinapabilisan na.
Please get ready. The beneficiaries of government's programs and projects that were awarded during the preliminary meeting of the RTF NTF ELCAC earlier this afternoon. Please be ready at the right side of